Have you ever been to Kyoto?
Hi, I'm May from Tokyo. In this video, I will share with you the top 8 things to know before visiting Kyoto.
If you clicked on this video, you've probably watched several Japan travel guides to gather information. Kyoto is often described as a city struggling with over-tourism, yet also praised for its many charming spots. In this video, let's explore everything together, from the latest precautions you should know before visiting to new attractions and absolute must-spot classics.
We also offer private tours in Tokyo, Osaka, and Kyoto and the Tsukiji Outer Market. If you're interested, please contact us through the link below. Alright, then let's go!
Number 1. How to avoid crowds. Kyoto has officially entered the autumn foliage season, and this year, even heavier crowds are expected around popular spots like Kinkakuji and Kiyomizura Temple. In preparation for the busy season, Kyoto City has strengthened its crowd control measures as much as possible. On the official Kyoto travel website, a crowd forecast calendar is now available. Visitors can check how crowded major tourist areas are expected to be before visiting. For example, in Arashiyama, you can see forecasts for sunny weekends when it's packed or rainy days when it's relatively quiet, making it easier to plan your trip and avoid heavy crowds. Many of Kyoto's famous temples and gardens are not directly accessible by trains, so most travelers rely on buses or taxis. During the autumn season, city buses are often packed, and due to a nationwide shortage of drivers, it's difficult to increase the number of buses in operation. At peak hours, delays and even boarding restrictions may occur. For safety reasons, some passengers carrying large suitcases may be asked not to board city buses during crowded times. Travelers are encouraged to store luggage at their hotels or station coin lockers and explore Kyoto hands-free.
If you're visiting Kyoto during the autumn season, make sure to check the crowd forecast in advance and plan your trip for early mornings or weekends. That's the best way to enjoy Kyoto's stunning fall scenery without the crowds.
Number 2. Train, bus, or taxi. When visiting Kyoto, one of the first things many travelers wonder is whether to get around train or bus or taxi. I think using the train is generally the better option whenever possible. But in Kyoto, many of the main tourist spots are not easy to reach by train alone, which is why so many visitors end up using the bus. Buses are affordable and convenient, especially if you're not traveling solo or as a pair, but keep in mind that buses in Kyoto can get extremely crowded, and since they stop at multiple locations along the way, it often takes much longer to reach your destination compared to taking a taxi. If you are traveling with family or in a group, or if your budget allows, taking a taxi will make your trip much more comfortable. It saves time, reduces stress, and allows you to enjoy tourist spots at a more relaxed pace. That said, if you still plan to use the bus to save money, there are a few important things to keep in mind. First, don't bring large suitcases or bulky luggage. On busy routes, drivers may refuse boarding if your luggage takes up too much space. Also, if you miss a bus, the next one might not come for 30 minutes or more, so be sure to allow extra time in your schedule. Kyoto City has been trying to address these issues, but due to a shortage of bus drivers, it's difficult to increase the number of buses in operation.
So, if you're planning to visit Kyoto, I highly recommend planning your itinerary in advance and moving around with a clear schedule to make the most of your trip.
Number 3. Luggage rules for trains and buses. Kyoto City provides etiquette guidelines for foreign visitors using trains and buses to prevent crowding and onboard incidents as tourist numbers increase. There are 3 key points. First, when seated, place your luggage on your lap, and if there are empty seats, move in to make room for other passengers. Trains also have overhead luggage racks. Next, hold your luggage securely while the vehicle is moving to keep it from shifting and inconveniencing others. Placing large suitcases sideways can block aisles or bump into people. Finally, don't wear a backpack on your bag on board. Hold it in front of you or carry it by hand. This helps prevent accidental contact in crowded conditions. Kyoto buses can get pretty crowded, but trains are very convenient for getting around. Knowing these etiquette tips will make using public transportation more comfortable. Number 4. Kyoto Tourist Banned Area. In Kyoto's famous Gion district, there's been growing concern about tourists entering private alleys behind Hanamikoji Street and taking unauthorized photos of Maiko. Maiko are a traditional profession in Kyoto passed down for generations and practiced exclusively by women. They entertain guests with traditional arts such as song, dance, and the shamisen. Most Maiko are young women in their late teens. To protect their way of life, local neighborhood associations and community groups have now restricted access to these narrow private alleys. Signs clearly marked with private road or do not enter have been installed, and trespassing may result in a fine of 10,000 yen. While the main public street, Hanami-Koji-dori, remains open to visitors, entering the side alleys is strictly prohibited. Photography etiquette is also very important. In Japan, taking pictures of people without permission or posting them online without consent is considered impolite. This awareness is especially strong in Kyoto, where traditional culture is deeply valued. Gion is not just a tourist area, it's a place where Maiko and local residents live and work. So, when visiting Gion, please respect the signs, avoid entering restricted areas, and never take photos without permission.
Let's help protect Kyoto's beautiful traditions for future generations.
Number 5. Autumn foliage spots. Autumn in Kyoto is the most beautiful season of the year. From late October to early December, the whole city turns shades of red and gold, and whenever you walk, you will find breathtaking scenery shaped by history and nature. First stop, Kiyomizu-dera Temple, one of Kyoto's icons. Its foliage is brilliant by day and becomes truly magical at night during the illuminations. Next is Kinkakuji, the Golden Pavilion. The temple's reflection on the pond is one of Kyoto's most popular photo spots. Then head west to Arashiyama. Around Togetsukyo Bridge, the mountains glow beautiful red and orange. Don't miss a stroll through the bamboo grove. Even a simple riverside walk captures the essence of Kyoto in autumn. Finally, the trolley scenic train in Arashiyama is a favorite for leaf viewing. Tickets sell out quickly, so if your schedule is set, book in advance. Number 6. Tourist areas and new highlights. Kiyomizu-dera Temple, Kinkakuji Temple, and Arashiyama, also featured in the autumn foliage section, are essential sites for first-time visitors to Kyoto. In addition, Fushimi Inari Taisha is a must-see with its deep red torii gate forming one of Kyoto's iconic landscapes. Don't forget the charm of Nishiki Market alongside the temples and shrines. This roughly 400-meter long shopping street in the city center, known as Kyoto's Kitchen, lets you casually enjoy seasonal delicacies and sweets while strolling. A new highlight is the immersive permanent digital art museum TeamLab Biovortex Kyoto, which opened in October 2025. Its indoor setting makes it less affected by weather, and it offers excellent access from the Kyoto Station area. The Nintendo Museum, which opened in 2024, features exhibits on Nintendo's history along with interactive experiences and workshops, an engaging way to learn while having fun.
Be sure to check out both the classic sites and the newest attractions.
Number 7. Tourist tax in Kyoto. Kyoto bustles with tourists. However, expenditures at temples and shrines such as admission fees and amulet purchases are often tax-exempt as religious income, so they do not directly translate into city tax revenue. Against this backdrop, Kyoto City plans to significantly raise its lodging tax in March 2026. The tax will be charged per person per night and will increase in tiers based on the room rate, ranging from 200 yen at the low end to 10,000 yen for high-end stays. While lodging taxes also exist in Tokyo and Osaka, Kyoto is currently the only city planning to raise the tax to this level. Note that the lodging tax may be included in your reservation total or charged separately at check-in, and some properties may accept cash only.
If you are unsure about payment method or timing, confirm at the front desk when you check in.
Number 8. New Shinkansen Rule.
I've talked about Shinkansen rules in other videos, but here's a quick recap for those visiting Kyoto for the first time. This rule applies to the Tokaido, Sanyo, and Kyushu Shinkansen line, which means it affects travelers going from Tokyo to Kyoto and beyond.
Be sure you know the rules and possible extra fees. On trains like the Nozomi and the Hikari, if your luggage is larger than 160 cm in total when you add up the length, wind, and height, it's best to book a seat called seats with an oversized baggage area in advance. The luggage space is right behind the last row of seats and only people with a reservation can use it. If you bring a big suitcase without booking, you will have to pay an extra 1,000 yen on the spot. Up until now, some people without reservations use this space without permission, which caused problems. Since July 2025, a new oversized baggage compartment has been introduced on a trial basis. It's free to use and works on a first-come, first-served basis, so there's no guarantee you will get the spot. That's why making a reservation online ahead of time is still the safest option.
For more details, watch my Shinkansen travel guide video. I explain everything step by step. That's all for today. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button. I've also resumed my tours, so please feel free to contact me if you're interested. See you at the next video.